guys, it's your boy FTO back again with another video, and today guys we are going to be taking a look at the New Balance Furon 2.0 in the latest Bright Cherry and Galaxy colorway. Now I'm really excited about these, but before I get into the actual review guys, can we just take a minute to actually talk about what's happened since my last boot review? Well, let's go through it. Iceland have beaten England, which was just shocking. Wales beat Belgium, which was absolutely brilliant and amazing. You know, Portugal, who finished third, are, you know, in the final of the European Championships against France, obviously, hence why I'm wearing the French shirt. And they finished third in their group, Portugal. Absolutely, you know, crazy stuff. Ibrahimovic has signed for Manchester United. Quite a lot's happened since my last boot review, I must say. By the way, I've got a video that hit 22,000, so thank you guys. Love you all. But yeah, if you are looking to purchase any of the shirts that weren't shown during the Euros, you can do so from Lovell Soccer, where I got this. I'll leave their link in the description below, and also where I purchased the boots from also. So you can get these boots or any others that you may want from Lovell Soccer. I'll leave their link in the description below, and if you do make a purchase, you will be able to get free IDs, so your name or number customized along the side of the boot for free. Doesn't get any better than that, so check them out. But let's get straight into the review now guys. As you can see, the boots do come in a kind of greyish reddish box with New Balance branding going all the way around the box itself. Now before I actually open the box, just want to say I know a pair of New Balance boots isn't everyone's first choice when it comes to buying a pair of boots. However, if you are looking to get a kind of lightweight speed boot, then these are definitely a pair that you want to be taking a closer look at. So the first thing you get is a string bag. As you can see there, it's predominantly in that bright cherry color, as you can see there, which essentially is a kind of pinkish reddish color. You've also got the New Balance branding there in pink and the Furon branding in yellow. Now although it looks like a normal string bag, like the ones that you get with Nike boots, it's slightly different in the sense that it only has the one string, and the way it works is then once you pull on the string like so, it tightens and would hold the boots in place within the actual string bag. So really nice, unique string bag, I must say. Definitely one I would look after. All that's left within the actual box now guys are the boots themselves, so let's get them out. So guys, here we are with the New Balance Furon 2.0 in the latest Bright Cherry and Galaxy colorway. Now I am really interested to know what you guys think about these boots in terms of the colors that New Balance have used, the look, the shape of the boot. Let me know in the comments below if you're a fan, and if not, let me know why. But what I'll do is put the left boot there for you guys to see throughout the whole video, and talk about the right boot here in my hand. To start off with guys, let's take a closer look at the colors New Balance have actually used on this boot. As you can see, it's predominantly in that bright cherry color, which I've said is a kind of pinkish reddish color, I must say. On the lateral side, you've then got a navy blue accent coming through in the shape of a kind of speed graphic. However, on the reverse side, on the medial side, it's in yellow. So it's two different colors, navy on the lateral side and yellow on the medial side. And that actually goes for the N logo, the New Balance N logo. They also have this kind of alternating coloring as well. So on the medial side, it's navy blue. However, on the lateral side, it's white. The laces are pink, as you can see there. The tongue is also the same color as the upper. And then you've got this kind of navy blue accent coming through from the lacing system into the heel area, as you can see there also. So personally, I'm a big fan of the look of the upper. I think all the colors work really well. You have got a bit more branding on the boots itself. You've got New Balance branding there in white and Furon branding in pink on the heel and tongue areas. So all in all, really happy with the look of the upper. The sole plate is yellow predominantly with a navy blue accent, as you can see there, and the tips of the studs are white. Now personally guys, I must say I'm a fan of the look of this boot. Really vibrant, really kind of that modern bright colored boot look, and personally I would rate this an 8-9 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts in terms of the look in the comments below if you're a fan or not, and why. Let's take a look at these boots tech wise. To start off with, the original Furon, the predecessor to this boot, the original Furon, was pretty much as rigid as a boot would get. There was no, you know, softness to it. It was really kind of plasticky and really hard, you know, when you did make contact with the ball. So all in all, guys, I wasn't a big fan, and I'm sure if you did have a pair yourselves, you probably would say the same thing. However, with this boot, the 2.0, they've absolutely revamped the upper and it's so much better. The way they've done this is to implement a 3-layer system to the upper. So to start off with, they've got a base layer on the inside, which is actually kind of a suede lining. On top of that, they've then got what they call hybrid mesh, which essentially is just a mesh material. And then on top of that, a layer of polyethylene going on top to hold it all together, and then also to protect the mesh material. Now, the combination of all 3 of those materials creates a really soft, flexible material, and I must say I'm a real big fan of this upper. It feels absolutely amazing. I played in it for a tiny bit yesterday, and when you did make contact with the ball, it was a lot softer, but I must say you still retain that kind of barefoot sensation, which is what you would want. So in terms of the upper, guys, this is so much better than, you know, the original Furon. And not just that, it's a really nice, you know, comfortable upper, which will allow you to have a more cushioned touch on the ball. It does also have a bit of texturing due to the perforations on the upper, which will create just a tiny bit more grip on the ball. Next, guys, you have the Phantom Fit feature, which is located in the kind of graphic you can see on either side of the boot. So on the lateral side in this kind of navy blue color, and then on the medial side in yellow. Now all it is that it's a ultra thin overlay of material, which ensures that the boot, one, keeps its shape, and not just that, also once you pull on the laces, then it helps in locking down your foot within the boot, ensuring that it doesn't move from side to side. So it's a really cool feature that New Balance have, you know, implemented in this boot, and it does work. You do have a standard lacing system, which is centralized, as you can see there. It's not a one-piece design, obviously, and the benefit of this is that you are able to actually, you know, adjust it a bit more than you would be able to with a one-piece design boot. Now, I know a lot of you probably have one-piece design boots now. However, the benefit of this tongue being here is that you are able to move it around and the laces so that it fits better. So there is benefits in having a tongue as well. Not only that, you then got a extra lacing hole up here, which allows you to put your laces through and then tighten the, you know, the actual boot a bit higher than you would do with where the laces are right now. So that's a really, you know, handy feature to allow for a better lockdown feel. There is actually an internal heel counter here, which you can probably see just bulging out there on the right boot, and then probably in the back of this boot here also. So that's really handy, obviously, to just protect your heel area. New Balance have actually come up with what's known as the Sprint Spike inspired color, which is an extra bit of material which you can see going along the heel area there, and essentially it's using a concept from running spikes that you would see, you know, sprinters wearing, whereby there is an extra bit of padding. I'm not too sure if you can see that too well, just under that collar, that thin collar there, and what that does is hold your ankle in place really tightly, reducing the amount of padding you need in the lining of the actual boot within. It's a really complicated concept, but all it is that it holds around your ankle ball and allows for better rotation, one, and a more lockdown feel around your ankle, which is really handy. So as you can see there, guys, the insole is yellow in color with New Balance branding going along it. It isn't removable, so you can't actually take this insole out at all. The benefit of that, guys, is that it doesn't move around whatsoever, which means you do get better stability. And also, guys, it just means that as you're running, you're not going to have that kind of awkwardness with the insole moving around within the boot. The sole plate, guys, has pretty much stayed the same from the original Furon. It's, you know, made out of nylon, and a decent amount of nylon, I must say. However, saying that, it's still flexible in the right areas, in the toe box area, which is where you'd want it to be. However, in the midfoot section with this kind of ridge going down there, it is really stable, which is what you would want. Now, just to point something out to you guys, I'm not too sure if you may have noticed, but the sole plate itself does have, you know, quite a bit of curvature to it, and there's a reason for that. What New Balance have actually done is by adding that curve to the sole plate, it does mean that these 3 studs here at the top of the boot, you know, do come off the ground. As you can see there, all 3 studs are not touching the ground, and the benefit of that is that once those are not on the ground, when you do make that running action, it then claws the ground and allows you to get better traction, thereby, you know, allowing you to push off really well. So I think that's a really nice feature that you know, New Balance have added to the boots. By the way, there are only 2 studs in the heel area. We've seen that on, you know, a few other brands, Nike for example. However, I must say it doesn't make that much of a difference to your game or performance. I'll let you know that. And there are some hidden studs. I don't know if you can actually see this, but there are some hidden studs, as you can see there, just coming out of that ridge in the midfoot section. So guys, that's a roundup of the FURON 2.0 in the latest bright cherry and galaxy colorway. I will say I'm a big fan of the look, one, and of the upper. The upper is absolutely amazing. They got it spot on, and it's, you know, it's taking it away from the original FURON where it was, you know, really rigid and, you know, really hard when you made contact with the ball. However, with this, it's so much softer when you make contact with the ball. You know, all the elements that they've added work really well with each other. The ultra directional studs, meaning you get better traction in a straight line. Absolutely amazing. I'm a big fan. So tech wise, I will definitely give these an 8 also. Now let me know your thoughts on these. Are you a fan of these boots? What I'll do now is put them on, you know, do a few passes in them so you guys can see how they look on feet. Start off with, guys, I would say that these boots are definitely true to size. I'm a 9.5, so I got them in a 9.5 and they fit perfectly. Not only that, the non-removable insole is, you know, amazing, as, you know, you do get a real sense of comfort and cushioning while, you know, running in these boots. Now, as you saw in the clip earlier, you do get really good traction when playing in these boots. So that's something to take into consideration when, you know, looking for a lightweight speed boot, which I will, you know, recommend these. They're retailing at a really competitive price of £140 from Lovell Soccer. I'll leave the link in the description as to where you can purchase these from their website. And thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you haven't done, subscribe, and peace.